Hi, I am Kanisha, a faith-led creator and refiner. On this channel, I share my faith journey and the lessons God is teaching me. I share encouragement, testimonies, and my personal reflections from my life with God. And I share all of this because I walk closely with God, so I speak from experience. And it's also for God's glory. Okay? What I want to speak about today is that when God calls someone by faith, and whether that's from their hometown, from a job, from whatever and whatever they are doing, right? They are being led by the Spirit of God, and they are being obedient to the Spirit of God, right? But what I noticed in my own journey, and just like seeing like other comments from like other people who being obedient to God, I see that like outsiders, they are so quick to speak about somebody's journey and how that person need to get things right with their family. They need to go do this, go do that. And these people are speaking from a place of comfort, control, and safety. And they own a narrative. And that just goes to show me that many people really don't know God. Many people do not have a relationship with God. Many people do not understand the way God works. And that speaks so much value because when somebody is obedient to God and they are being spirit led, they have to listen to what God say, not what they say, not what somebody else want and what they think is best. No, that person has to be obedient to God. And I really just feel like so many people are disobedient to God. They want you to be disobedient to God. And see, that's where they go wrong at. And that's why they're going through the things that they are going through in life. Because why they are being disobedient to God. They either know God or they either have a relationship with God but not being obedient. It's just a little mix of some of everything. But the thing is that you have to be obedient to God and not man. It's going to be outsiders that come up against your journey when it come down to following God. But you can't listen to that because that's exactly how the enemy uses people. And especially the fact that, people that's close to you, he'll use those same people because it's like they have an influence over us already and we actually trust them in a sense. So he will use those close to us to try to influence us. And that's how the enemy works because he's really crafty. And you also have to be mindful of just hearing what somebody is speaking out their mouth because the deception is in the wording. The deception is in the wording, the little small things that a person can miss. And that's why you got to have the spirit of discernment. Because if you're not mindful and careful, you will comply to what somebody is saying. You will comply to whatever that a person is talking about instead of listening to God and being obedient to God. So for those who are walking by faith, they're leaving things behind, to follow God. I will say, since I'm walking by faith as well, I'm still on a journey. It's been 2 years I've been fully dependent on God. But for those of you who are walking by faith, being obedient, but you have people in your ear trying to tell you you're not hearing from God, you're confused, and you're this, that, and a third, be obedient to God. You have to answer to God, and they don't have to answer to God for their disobedience. You don't listen to what they say. You listen to what God say because guess what? God know the plans for your life. God know what's ahead for you. They don't. They speak it from their own narrative, trying to control things. You have to be locked in with God, no matter who they is. Mom, dad, cousin, sister, brother, whoever. People be speaking from a place of where they're not even in alignment with God's will for their life, but they're so quick to speak about what they think you should be doing. Absolutely not. It don't work like that. Because people have to remember that God's perspective and ways are higher than our own. It's not the same. It's not mutual. No, it's not none of that. So whoever this message is for, listen, be obedient to God. Be obedient to God. I'm a living witness. I've been walking with God for 2 years. So I just wanted to come on here and share this message with somebody who needs to hear this today. And I just pray that it really encourage you and bless you on your walk with God. And also share this video out to whoever needs to hear it, because so many people are quick to, turn back or, listen to what someone else say and just yeah, no. Be obedient to God. God is calling many of his children out from a lot of places. So the main thing is that you stay rooted and anchored in God and you listen to God's voice over everybody else's voice, okay? God bless y'all. I pray that this message reach who it needs to reach. And until next time.